Hello, Flat Earth researchers, debaters and debunkers. This is going to be a demonstration of how to make observations and do experiments for checking that the horizon is always at eye level. This, of course, is something that we often refer to when we're talking about flat Earth and the realization that we are not on a globe, simply because we know that when we look across a flat surface, that surface will appear to rise to eye level. So, of course, it's important to define exactly what eye level is. You can go and look it up in the dictionary, and it means that when we something at the height of our eyes when we look straight ahead. Okay, so when we're looking across a flat surface, that means that we have a horizontal line of sight that is parallel to the surface, and what we will always see is this optical effect of the horizon appearing to rise to eye level. The reason I'm filming in front of this gate is, or this fence, is because I'm going to use this as a reference frame. Now, another thing to bear in mind is that when we talk about making observations, of course, if we're watching a video, then it is the video camera itself which becomes the observer. And when we watch a video, we are observing the observer. So in this case, my eyes are above the camera at the moment, so my eye level is different to the camera's eye level, but in this case we're talking about the camera's eye level. And of course, so that is anything that's in the center of the field of view when the camera is pointing straight ahead. Any deviation from that, any incline up or down, is no longer eye level. That's just a line of sight. So you can't point to things. If I'm holding the camera horizontal as best I can, you can't point to something up there or down there and say that is something that is relevant to eye level. Yeah, it really depends which direction the camera is pointing. And this will also demonstrate how mistaken or possibly deceptive someone like the pilot Wolfie 6020 is, who likes to make videos about eye level and make observations through his heads-up display, claiming that the horizon line on the heads-up display is eye level, when in fact he's using a camera to look through the to look at the heads-up display and ignoring the fact, or just not telling us that the eye level is the camera's eye level, nothing to do with what's displayed on the screen. So what we'll do here is, obviously this is not precise, I don't have any measuring tools with me, but you'll certainly get the point. So if I have the camera pretty much horizontal, then we will see that we have a horizon in the distance that lines up with this horizontal line. And if I bring the camera down, then of course that line goes up, just like the horizontal line in Wolfie's heads-up display did, but the horizon that we see in the distance remains at our eye level. This is a very simple observation that anyone can make from any height, and you will see that, of course, in the distance we have a horizon that stays in the center of our field of view. Yeah, this is simply how it works. So anyone can do this and find some kind of reference point. So when we do, in fact, line up that railing in the center of the camera's field of view going straight across, we will see that the horizon in the distance is also in line with that. And now I know by raising the camera that the railing is now below eye level. Yeah, so people are told to look at the wings of aircraft to determine eye level. That's ridiculous, because that's just fixed. Your eyes are your eye level, and that's when you look straight ahead. Yeah, so it's very simple stuff. This is how you make an eye level observation. And again, that's how we know that the Earth is flat. I'll just do, there's a wall here. It's it's flat, as we can see. So if I just put the camera on, I'm just placing it on the wall, and we'll see there, of course, that the surface here appears to rise up to the center of the camera's field of view, the eye level. The camera is horizontal, and this is what always happens. This is perspective at work, and that is why we know that we look across a flat surface like this, and we look across a flat surface of water, we will see that it is eye level. Yeah, now people in the past have done stupid, ridiculous observations that they'll say, they'll just tilt the camera slightly, and then of course they refer to the horizon as eye level, and again try to make the claim that, oh, because something is above or below a certain reference point, then it is above or below eye level. But no, eye level is your horizontal line of sight, looking straight ahead at whatever height you are. And you can do this from an aircraft or on the ground, and you'll always get the same results. And that simply destroys the globe Earth belief, because the idea that the horizon is looking into some kind of bulge of curvature is an interpretation of perspective into an imaginary curve, because they take this observer's point of view and they turn it into an orthographic or side-on point of view, and create illustrations having us looking into a bulge with a side-on view. Okay, and that's I'm going to just quickly demonstrate that here with, for example, hopefully you can see that. I've done this before at night time, but here we have two lampposts that are the same height, but of course the moment we start moving to a position like this, perspective comes into play, and the lampposts appear to descend towards the center of our field of view. They'll never go, just like the sun, they don't go below the horizon, they don't go below eye level, they just go to eye level because they are above the surface to start with. Now, if I just moved up here a little bit, because I increase my height and I get to a height that is similar to that of the lamps, then of course the rate or the angle at which they appear to descend is less than when we go down. So this all makes a difference. It's all about perspective and our point of view. So yes, your height does make a difference as to how rapidly things will appear to descend towards the horizon. But here we go, I'm slightly higher than I was just now, and again, of course, we have a horizon in the distance that will always be at our eye level. So you know, the distance between myself and the horizon is not something we can really truly measure. Again, you can create orthographic views or calculations based on height and angles above the surface with tangent lines, with geometry, etc. Yes, but essentially what happens is that when we look out across a flat surface like this, it reaches our eye level, and that is it. The surface extends way beyond that, and what we see will depend very much on visibility. So anything that's reached the horizon will then stay on the horizon. Boats do not disappear down some curve. All you've got to do is look at the ample footage that has been provided by many people out there. I can recommend channels like Wide Awake, and that's just one of them, but you'll see. Or you just go and look for yourself, and you'll find out for yourself. This is a very simple observation that destroys the globe in one fell swoop. However, the most difficult thing to do is to accept that that is the case. Yeah, so do not let people confuse you about what eye level is. The eye level is always a horizontal line of sight of the observer. And if the observer is a camera, then it is the camera's eye level, not the person holding the camera or anything else that is referenced in the field of view, because that's not eye level. Eye level is simply a straightforward looking direction from the observer. All right, thank you very much.